Welcome into Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, the Conshohocken Field A for the Philadelphia Catholic League matchup between the Roman Catholic Cahillites and LaSalle College High School Explorers. This is Bob Long Sports with no Bob Long.
No Bob Long.
No Bob Long. You got Rob Stott and Tyler Kern with you tonight. Alex Strasowski on camera. The fateful trio who the broadcast was put in our hands to bring this home tonight while Bob is on vacation up in Buffalo, New York, enjoying some sports and time away. So we're here. We'll bring you this matchup. It's an interesting one, guys. Tyler will dive right into it. On the other side, we're going to wait until after the national anthem. So we're going to go to a break, but welcome you into our broadcast live here from Conshohocken, and we'll hit a commercial and be right back to you on Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
I chose CCM because I have found that this company, on the level of scaling that we have here, the volume that we are doing, to truly have every department head and employee fully engaged in the mission of the company to make it an originator-focused, production-first company. I have not found that anywhere I've worked, and I've worked one of the largest banks in the world, down to the smallest tiny community bank and correspondent lender. No one has been able to consistently deliver that message.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself, Des Holmes and Mike Miranda, your disruptors on the Penn State offensive line.
This year, you're going to see all four guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football, or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally...
All right, and welcome back into Field A, Conshohocken Field A here for tonight's matchup between the Roman Catholic Cahillites and LaSalle College High School Explorers. Tyler, we were saying before the break, an interesting matchup because this is one we're going to see in back-to-back weeks. It's the final week of the regular season here for the Explorers, but on the other side of this week, it's the start of the District 12 playoffs, District 12 quarterfinals, and it's already set. It's already a lock that these two teams are going to meet back up in a week
it's like the
from
preseason
now.
to the playoffs. I don't know. It's kind of a weird setup.
Right off the bat, I want to kind of ask you about that. Do we expect to see sort of a feeling out process tonight, or is it kind of one of those things where they're going to be hiding what they really want to do and playing a little bit of decoy with their game plans and how they want to run this thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think you want to kind of get some momentum going into this game and show that you're the better team. You build some confidence, but also you don't want to show too much. I mean, it's a really weird situation. It's kind of rarely seen in any level of sports to begin with. So, just kind of interested to see how this plays out.
Roman Catholic won the toss and deferred to the second half. So they will kick off to the Explorers. Back deep, you'll see Mayo Howe. And we are underway here. A short little kick taken by LaSalle around the 29. Turned upfield and nice blocking and brought down at the 39.
Tyler Kenny on the return.
Tyler Kenny setting the Explorers offense up in pretty decent field position here. Nice job fielding that opening kick and holding on to it, running like a little McCoy there. That elbow swinging out wide, Tyler.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great field position. Interesting to go for the little pooch kick there by Roman. I don't know if maybe they were trying to use the wet field to their advantage, the wet ball, maybe hope the ball slipped out.
We'll see what the Explorers do here. From our understanding, pregame hearing that Sam Brown probably likely getting the night off tonight, get a little rest as we head into this final regular season matchup. We got Jack Machida in the pistol to start things off. Machida steps back under some pressure, avoiding it. Able to get just a couple of yards there, pick up a 2 for the Explorers on first down.
And just a great play by Machida there. He kind of swung out of that, as you can see here in the replay at the last second, and made almost a near sack and got 3-yard gain. Machida's fun to watch, and he's just an overall great player.
Been all year, and already, is this a quarterback change on play 2?
Yeah, I was about to say, 17, that doesn't look like Machida.
Gavin Daly coming in, keeping things off balance from the quarterback position. You got Jalen DeVos lined up behind him. Daly takes the snap, hands it off to DeVos, and up the middle, DeVos goes right to the 45-yard line of the Kaolites, flipping the field here on the second play from scrimmage.
Daly showing that he's good at handoffs. I guess they brought him in just to hand it right off to DeVos. And DeVos had a full head of steam for a nice gain. I think there's a pretty big size discrepancy between the offensive and defensive lines for each team.
Yeah, and looking like Daly's going to get the ball again under center here. Takes the snap, rolls out under pressure. A lot of contact.
Oh,
and
there
a
it is.
late flag. Looking for Tyler Melman.
Wow.
Was Daly, and Melman threw his arms up, and defender didn't really do much to try to hide the fact that he wasn't, didn't think the pass
there was
was
clear
going that way.
contact, but I'm not sure if that was a catchable ball.
Coaches and parents not liking that on the Roman side tonight. We are on Roman's home field.
Who have graciously let us into their booth.
Yes, allowing us to crack the windows open. Take the windows off.
Yeah.
Tyler.
We have
So
quite the
open
interesting
air.
setup here tonight.
Open air. And
yeah, we got a
cozy.
few challenges thrown at us, specifically because Bob wasn't here, of course.
It's a cozy
if he
little
was
booth.
here, it would be nice and easy. But
So on the first down, after the 15-yard penalty, Daly in an empty set. Brad Vespi coming across the formation. Daly keeps it up the middle. Finding some room and able to pick up 9 on the play on the quarterback keeper is Daly.
yeah, just a great play by Daly. Got the motion going over the left there, and Daly just fakes out the handoff and runs right up the middle. Nice big hole for him. Runs hard.
Nice job by that offensive line. Seeing something it's been a theme all year, really on both sides of the ball, just the athleticism of the lines and just everyone working in coordination, working together. Daly again, this time in the shotgun. Takes a snap, fake, gives the handoff this time to Vespi. Coming across the formation. Vespi needed 1, got 2, they'll give him. Out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
I like that play call. It's like the same thing as we just saw last play, except Daly handed it off to Vespi for the easy 2 yards for the first down. I like that. I like that design. Keep the defense guessing,
So are we seeing... That might be the younger Machida split out wide at the top of your screen. Daly taking the bootleg keeper this way to the near side up to about the 14-yard line there.
I'm really interested for why they brought Daly in, but, I mean, he's clearly running the ball down the field. He's exciting to watch, just like Machida. He runs a little harder, I think, and just gets those extra yards.
Don't have my binoculars on me, unable to see if that's a 16 or 15 on the far side of the field. I think it's 16, so that would be the younger Machida. So already here, I think the message is clear that you're not going to see a lot of the, in this last week of the regular season, a lot of the normal starters in there ahead of the playoff matchup between these two teams in a week's time. Daly again in the shotgun. Fake to Vespi. Daly under pressure, avoids it, but unable to get back to the line of scrimmage that time as Kaolites in great pursuit. Not fooled this time, bringing down Gavin Daly for a loss of 1.
Like this little swim move from Daly.
Whoop! Little Chris Berman.
But great job by Roman defense, kind of adjusting to that for a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7.
So it's going to be the young guy, not the backups night is the clear message here on this first drive. So it'll, like we said, time for them to step up, get some real game action here. A nice first drive. Daly again, another keeper. Up the middle. Great hole by the offense. Daly needed 6. And it looks like they're just going to give it to him. Might have gotten a yard or two past the line down to about the 7. It's been the Daly show. I didn't even mean to sit on that one. I didn't even mean to make that one. That just came to me as I said it.
You had to use that one last year when his brother was in.
We might have once or twice. Daly again in the shotgun. Melman to his right. Takes the snap. Another draw. Daly just powering his way down to the goal line. Roman seems to think they have it.
Wow.
And they do. Didn't get a good look on the live view, but somewhere in there you see the scrum, and there's the football. It's a great job on the replay. Great camera work.
Yeah.
Mr. Krakowski.
Especially with the setup he's been given. He's making lemonade from lemons. He's doing a great job. Really, he's an expert in his field, and it's a pleasure to work with him.
I need water. I'm stumbling over my words, over my names.
Some water right here.
Not used to this, being thrown into this.
Yeah, this is some trial by fire tonight.
All right, well, they get the turnover, but they're backed up into the shadow of their own goal line. And on cue, the snap goes over the head of the quarterback, who tonight, see on the replay here, just a high snap. First offensive set.
Just like the Explorers drew it up.
It's going to be a safety.
They purposely gave off the ball, obviously, knowing that Roman would cause a safety with the high snap. I see that. Joe Wade came up with a great game plan.
Daquan Robinson going to be the quarterback of record tonight for Roman. Had been Jaden Pope. Did really well for himself as the starting quarterback of this Roman Catholic Kaolites team.
You know, I don't know if I've ever seen a safety at a LaSalle game. I didn't know the band played like the touchdown music. They were on cue.
Right with it. Nice job. We're positioned tonight. I think the first game we might have had competing bands in a situation like this. So pretty cool to see how they interact tonight.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have that kind of aspect in the game. It's a good form of support. And, yeah.
Ryan Flaherty to kick to the Explorers.
So the Explorers get the 2-0 lead on the safety on their first defensive snap. And with 8:01 left to go, they will look to collect the safety punt.
Another pooch kick.
Another one comes up, fielded at the inside the 50. They're going to get excellent field position here down to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah,
Carter Kenny.
I can tell the ball is slippery. You can see the Explorer kind of not fumbles with it, but like kind of struggles to adjust a little bit at first. So I guess that's their game plan with these little pooch kicks.
It did rain here, so it's not raining right now. We got lucky. The rain did dissipate, using my LaSalle vocabulary.
That's great vocabulary word.
But it doesn't mean that the field's not wet. That this grass on this Conshohocken Field A isn't still slippery. So maybe using that to their advantage. So Daly again, second drive of the game. And the shotgun taking the snap. Under pressure, stepping up. Throws a fake. Tries the pump fake. Comes up a little. About to the line of scrimmage. It might mark him about a half yard short of that line of scrimmage, rather.
I think the Romans starting to adjust to these quarterback keepers.
Swarming. It's been about all it's been. Maybe one little sweep to Vespi. But otherwise, it's been sneak after keep. And one run to DeVos, I should say. Don't forget that. So here it is, Daly again in the shotgun. Jalen DeVos behind him. Turns around and gives it off to DeVos, who makes one cut up the middle. Brought down around the 35. Give him the 34-yard line, bring up a 3rd and about 6, 3rd and 5.
There's the tail end of that. So, I mean, it's much better than a 3rd and 10. I like their effort there.
Yeah, Jalen DeVos, just a downhill runner. Here we go, the weak eye. Again, ball handed off to DeVos. Takes it up the middle, still fighting, got the entire line standing up. Gets blown dead here. Looks like he's going to come up right at the 30, so that would make him a yard short. So maybe early decision time here for Joe Wade in this offense.
Oh, they're sticking in there. You're in enemy territory, and I don't know, it's a little wet. I think that's very low field goal, especially for high school level. So they're going for it.
Turns around, gives the ball to Melman, does Daly, and Melman just using his powerful legs, backing that ball all the way down to the 24, 23-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, I like that thought of giving it to Melman. You got your big guy in there, capable of pushing through that pack, and look at that fight. He's still going.
This is offensive lineman pulling him backwards, but in the right direction. It's a fresh set of downs for Daly and the Explorers. Takes the snap again, a keeper. This time they're going to take it out to the right, and Melman throws a block.
What a block that was. I heard that one from up here, from across the field.
Giving his quarterback a few extra yards on that one. That's a designed little bootleg run for Daly, maybe.
Yeah.
Has Timothy Melman, his big fullback slash running back, leading the way.
I think I'd want Melman blocking for me, too. That was a good block.
Whole lot of running here early on for the Explorers. Again, Daly in the shotgun. Jalen DeVos gives him the ball. Cuts, makes one. Tries to bring to the ball to the outside. Give him about 2 yards.
That's just a good tackle. They got low on DeVos. DeVos got low, but Roman got lower there and just raised him up, and then the rest of them just kind of pile on. Look at that. Just nice and low. It's like a wrestling move. I don't know what you call that, Rob. I'm not a wrestling coach.
That would be a double leg takedown.
Double takedown, okay.
Have to get used to coaching those moves.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Rob Stott is the new assistant coach for wrestling.
Coach
LaSalle
Stott. Just call me that. Gavin Daly.
Wow.
Brad Vespi out of the backfield. Needed 2, got about 15.
Just ran right up the middle there.
The parting of the Red Sea. So Daly in the shotgun, turns around, gives the ball to Brad Vespi again. Vespi this time gets down to about the 2-yard line. Pick up a 7 on 1st and goal.
Here's the tail end of that. Let's see. Yeah, not seeing much there. My apologies. New to this
We're getting used to it.
Sorry, Bob.
By the 4th quarter, we'll know what we're doing.
You can take it out of my paycheck, Bob.
Clock ticks under 4 to go here in the first. Gavin Daly gives it off to Melman. Melman diving forward and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown Explorers.
Touchdown LaSalle.
Tim Melman on the touchdown run.
Melman, little camera mishap.
I don't think they caught that because I timed it with the instant replay. So.
Oh, well, I spoke.
It's like it didn't happen.
I shouldn't have spoke.
Yeah.
We're all good. Bob, if you're listening, we're fine. Nothing happened.
Who was that?
Melman. Yes. Yep. Asking in the booth, getting confirmation that was Timothy Melman. Gandolfo, as we've seen in years past at this stadium, the ball right out of the back of the A field into the streets here in Conshohocken. One of my favorite parts about this stadium, you line up for those extra points, they go right out of the stadium if you got a good kicker.
See ya.
Out of here.
Go get it.
You might want to go check your windshield if you're parked out there on 11th Street. So a 9-0 lead, Tyler.
Yeah, that's
first quarter here.
Jeez, I'm on score duty too. Sorry, Bob. I'm doing my best here. That's we're up 9-0. A lot of moving parts back here. Bob makes it look so easy. That man is an expert in his field.
We just think he stands here and talks. No, he's got a whole thing going on.
Yeah,
we just show up. We say the stupid things.
Yeah, I see why he gets the big bucks.
You know.
He's I don't know. He's got a good thing going here. We got compliments from Roman coaches when we came here, and they appreciate what we do for high school football. And I really appreciate it.
But then the lights turn on and cameras on, and we got to go.
Gotta go.
Jake Gandolfo lining up for the kick. Throws it deep.
What a boot.
Down to the goal line. Touch there at the 1. Right back up. Right to the 20-yard line.
And I believe this was what Roman was trying to do with those little pooch kicks. You see how it just kind of like slips out of his hands?
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, you can't see it there due to our spot. Alex did the best as he could
tight
here.
booth
So
space.
basically, Roman fielded that towards the end zone. It kind of bounced out of the Roman player's hands, and he managed to scoop it right back up and get out to the
right at the 20.
20. So that's pretty good field position for LaSalle.
A little bit better for Roman too. Last drive.
That's true.
Started at their own 1.
You're always an optimist.
Daquan Robinson, another high snap. Keeps it himself, pulling the Gavin Daly, and swings it to the outside. And you kind of see how slippery this field is. He gets tripped up, but slides down to Mr. Robinson.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see both teams sticking to the run game tonight. I mean, utilizing that slippery field to kind of like juke and swim and spin their way out of the ball. I don't expect to see too much passing tonight. They might prove me wrong.
In the shotgun, Noah Kennedy on the near side here, but it's a handoff up the middle and needed 1 and got 2.
And there's a flag on the play, actually. So you see LaSalle did a good job of stepping them up, stuffing them at the line, but I'm not sure what the call was by the refs. So
might have picked it up because they're already going.
Yep, ready to go. They're quick.
Robinson in the gun, another high snap.
They've all been high so far.
CJ Mole running right into the teeth of this LaSalle Explorers defense.
A little shoving at the end of the play right in front of the ref. That's bold.
Be second, a gain of none. A gain of nothing. Second and 10 for the Cahillites. Back up to the line quick here is Robinson. Again in the gun, another high snap he has to reach for. Thrown this way. Malachi Harris. Speedy and productive wide receiver for the Cahillites on the reception, but not a lot of room to work with.
That's the first pass play from Roman tonight. Has LaSalle made any passes?
I was going to say, first pass play of the game, I believe.
Yeah, wow. And just ended up being a little screen. Worked, got him a few yards. Took him from 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 7 about.
Set a 3rd and long here for the Explorers. For the Cahillites, rather. The Explorers looking for the stop. Robinson takes a snap. Fires it. Intended for Saron Cummings, but a little incomplete. Too far out in front of him.
Roman quarterback just kind of running for their life from the beginning of the play here. They'll let Savage go, and he's chasing down the quarterback. And I didn't see who number 57 on the Explorers is, but gave pressure. Number 57 is Sam Graham. It's fun to say, Sam Graham. Wow, 6'0", 263.
Big boy.
Big boy indeed. Senior for the Explorers.
So, 4th and 7. Cahillites will punt it back to LaSalle. It's a short kick. Looks like it's going to check up at about the 44-yard line. Bouncing back into Cahillite territory. Stopped right at the refs are going to mark it down at the 50.
It's a short little kick. You can see the Explorers waving it off, and it took an Explorer bounce probably about 5 yards back there. So nice, favorable bounce for the Explorers, and so far they look like the better team in this matchup. Obviously early on, only minute 24 left in the first quarter.
I'll let you know that this portion of today's game is brought to you by Casey's Alley. Fun spot in Ambler, downtown Ambler, that we've been to a couple times.
Sometimes you'll catch us there after the game, signing autographs and waving to our fans. No, we just go and grab a pint and get some food.
Daly, the pitch to Vespi. Vespi turns it upfield. Still going. Brought down around the 42-yard line, 43-yard line, we'll call it. 2nd and 2.
Vespi just looks quicker than every person out on that field. He went from 0 to 100 real quick. Great gain.
Just to finish that thought, Casey's Alley, you can also catch Bob Long Sports, our football broadcasts on.
Maybe you're watching it at Casey's Alley right now. And we don't need to tell you people.
If you are. Great appetizers, great drinks.
Great entertainment with BLS.
even if Bob's not here. Daly again to Vespi, who needed 2 and looks like he got just about enough. Haven't signaled yet.
See Coach Dean out there on the Explorer sideline pointing first down.
And now they'll move the chains. They'll mark it off.
Recognize those shorts anywhere. Offensive coach, Coach Dean on the Explorers. Wears it whether it's 90 degrees or 20 degrees.
Unreal.
Something's never changed. I'm happy to see that.
Ticking to 14 seconds to go. Daly takes the snap. Gonna tuck it and run again. Picks up about 4 on the play. A lot of quarterback keepers.
Yeah.
This first quarter. That'll bring the first quarter to an end.
How about that?
Quick one here. We got through one, Tyler.
Yeah, let's make sure that we update to the second quarter. Had my boss sending me a text saying I wasn't updating the score, so I gotta stay on top of that, or I might be out of a job tomorrow.
So we made it through one quarter here from Conshohocken, Field A, and LaSalle Explorers lead the Roman Catholic KLites 9-0. 9-0. So solid first quarter. Impressions.
Yeah, Explorers came out swinging after that heartbreaker of a loss last week to Archbishop Wood. I wasn't at that game, but I managed to catch the end of it, and it was just sad to see that. I mean, both teams showed a lot of heart, and Wood clearly won that with their effort. But it's good to see. I think this is what defines a good team. They come out, respond, come out with drove right down the field their first offensive drive, ended up fumbling, but the defense kind of bailed them out with the safety, gave them really favorable field position, drove right back down the field. Defense stuffed them. I like what I see from the Explorers so far, even though it's like you said, a lot of the second stringers out there.
Yeah, and even so, you're giving the second stringers something to play for, because I know not much. We already know the matchup next week, and you're essentially playing to flip who sits on what side of the stands. But it's second and third seed.
Yeah, Roman
they're
versus
up for
Roman
grabs tonight.
Yeah, that's a really unique situation, and like you said, you don't want to show too much, but here we are.
And we start the second quarter. Gavin Daly under center. Fakes the give to Vespi. Looking to complete his first pass. And attempted for Vespi. Tipped up a little high. Probably lucky it fell incomplete. Bring up third down.
Try to hit replay. Had a little technical difficulties there. Sorry for the lack of replay, but it was good pressure from Roman. Just getting up there and giving pressure on it was on Daly, and just kind of forcing that throw. Nothing happening.
3rd and 5 coming up for the Explorers. Daly gets the call, brings it into the huddle. LaSalle breaks. Daly in the shotgun with Vespi and DeVos surrounding him. Steps back, steps up now, and will be brought down at the line of scrimmage for a 4th down right at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, no replay on that one, but I mean, great pressure by Roman there. They managed to put pressure on Daly, kind of good coverage. Daly didn't see anyone to throw to, felt pressure, ran right up the gut, and ended up getting tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a little out of Gandolfo's range. Also thinking maybe you don't want to play field position game. Those backups, give them a chance to do something.
Yeah.
Roll the dice. Here we are, 4th and 5. But we got a timeout on the field as Roman Catholic will be charged with their first timeout.
And I mean, obviously you got to go for it. I think you're on your opponent's 35. A punt doesn't really help you out too much. I don't see any issue with them going for it. Rolling the dice, as you said, Rob. Got some music going on over here, if our audience can hear it.
Nice backdrop. We'll throw this one out there. This portion of today's game brought to you by Carrie Guerin Boyle and Jim McLaughlin of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Fox and Roach Realtors. Jim is a LaSalle alumni. His father and his own 3 sons attended LaSalle too. Carrie's family's been here for generations as well, and she's currently as a sophomore in the class of 2022. Jim and Carrie have trusted their families to LaSalle, and you can trust that you'll be treated like family when buying or selling your home with this real estate team. You can call Jim at 267-242-8255 5991 or Carrie at 267-626-6818 for any real estate questions. Licensed in Pennsylvania and New Jersey for all your local needs.
Good job, Rob. Sounded like Bob for a bit there.
The live reads, man. Let me tell you.
Wow.
Let me tell you.
Impressive. Done live. Not pre-recorded. Make it look
on
easy.
the spot. Going out of the timeout, Daly in the shotgun. Get a flag, maybe thinking that's what they were going for. And they are going to call it a false start on the Explorers. A lot of finger pointing, but it is the Explorers that get called for that one. Marching them back 5 yards, and now we will see Gandolfo come out for the punt.
Yeah, it might actually help them with the field with the punt here. Give them a little more breathing room. See if Gandolfo can pin him back.
Malachi Harris said the offensive weapon for the Kaolites. Really a spotlight on this team is back deep to receive this punt. Gandolfo boots it in the air. Malachi steps away from it, and it dies down there, like right at the 5, maybe 7 yard line.
Gandolfo's punt goes out of bounds at the 5 yard line, where Roman Catholic will start 1st and 10.
Nice job by Gandolfo to pin the
Yeah.
Kaolites deep.
Yeah, it's a great job. That little false start actually kind of helped the Explorers. Good field position. Can't ask for much more.
Looks like they're going to give them about the 7 or 8 for the Kaolites. So again, buried deep in their own territory. With the snap to give to the running back. Can't catch a number from this angle. I'm sorry, folks. I'm buried against the wall here in the booth. It's Daquan Robinson turning around and handing it off, but that run went backwards for a loss of 3 for the Kaolites. So they were at their 7. Now they're back to their 5, maybe 4 yard line.
Explorers want another safety.
Got a chance to. Stack in the box. Single safety high. Another handoff by Robinson. And maybe back to the original line of scrimmage was C.J. Mole. It's a pickup of 3. Got back what he lost on the previous play.
Yeah, and looks like maybe even a little change there. So for a 3rd and 9.5, that's what I'm seeing from this angle.
Maybe I need to be looking at what Alex has given us here.
Yeah. Don't have much of an angle here. Alex is the best
Robinson
team in the house.
under center. Gonna throw, looking to throw. Not much. Able to avoid a tackle and get out of bounds. Needed 9.5. They're gonna give him, he's a few yards short, about 4 yards short of that first down marker. So 4th down for the Kaolites. They will be forced to punt from deep in their own territory.
A final from Ram Playground, LaSalle.
Good news, everybody. Replay is back on the menu with the help of our IT support, a.k.a. Bob Long. We were able to clear the replay queue. So I know everyone loves the instant replay. It's very beneficial for our viewers, so we should be good. Very exciting news. We'd like to thank our sponsors.
Ryan Flaherty back deep for the punt.
Whoa.
Nails a line driver.
Oh, no.
Bounced up. And it is bobbled and recovered.
Wow. That is the worst thing you could have
done. Unbelievable. Ryan Moore trying to recover it, unable to. Bats it up straight up into the air. And that's just a nice job by Amir Gibson. Coming down and falling on that ball, basically.
Yeah, just great play overall. That punt was like a line drive and kind of took the Explorers off guard. And special teams is incredibly important, often underrated.
So from a 4th and 4 inside their 15 to a 1st and 10 at the Explorer 35. Robinson takes the snap under heavy pressure. Goes down. Tyson Goldstein.
Wow.
Coming off the edge for the sack.
Just a great sack overall. A lot of pressure. see they form a nice pocket, but Goldstein steps up and almost gets the strip sack there. Just like that, the Explorers strike back a bit.
Robinson in the shotgun. Another high snap. It's a theme tonight. Throws the ball low, intended for number 4, Shamar Ellis. Incomplete.
This Explorers D-line always bringing the pressure, forcing that throw. I don't know if that was his first read, but you can see Ryan Savage and
whatever his reads were. He didn't have much time to find whatever else was around there.
Yeah, Ryan Savage and Paul Jennings, 2 great DNs for the Explorers.
So a 3rd and 15 here for the Cahillites. Robinson takes the snap. Again under pressure. Jalen DeVos forcing him out. Steps up and nearly intercepted on the sideline.
But a personal foul against DeVos. Look at this rush from DeVos.
Looks like he's getting held there.
Makes a great play, and then he gets shoved into the ground, and the ref throws the personal foul after that.
And it looks like it's going to be on Roman Catholic.
That was great effort from DeVos. Getting held, almost makes the sack, and forces the personal foul.
Further downfield too. Griffin Zobel had the ball in his hands on the sideline.
You got to be careful with that. You can't be. I've always found. I mean, back when we played Roman in the PCL, I had a couple personal fouls done to me. I remember that, so I can relate to that. I remember getting hit in the back.
No one liked you.
I was told about it.
They didn't like you.
Yeah, they didn't like when we won the PCL, I guess.
Robinson takes a snap, bobbles the snap a little bit. Little dump-off screen pass. On a 4th and a mile, they get 10 yards short of the line of scrimmage. So
huge gain for them. I will give them that.
Just a little dump off to Ellis again.
Nice pass. But, I mean, you got Explorers kind of playing off the ball, obviously. It's, what was it, 3rd and like 25, 30?
Yeah, 3rd and 30. Made it about 4th and 25.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the
Explorers
field a better punt this time around. Here comes the punt, a little bit better, more traditional looking. Over the head. It's going to be down there. Flaherty punting to Meacham. And don't field it. If that's how it's going to be, don't field it tonight. The ball's slippery.
Yeah.
The lights are a little awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it on the field. It's not consistent lighting throughout.
I hope for their playoff matchup there's consistent lighting.
Whew.
We demand consistent
I don't know
lighting.
what it is. Tough to field
it's
kicks.
It's a basic human right.
Now we got a timeout on the field. The refs want to talk something over. 7:18 left here in the first half of this one. Again, LaSalle leading 9-0 over Roman Catholic. A matchup that we'll see again in a week, Tyler.
Do we want to bring up some treasure shines? While we get a chance, we'd like to thank our
Do you want to take this live read?
Yeah, can I?
Take the live read.
Oh. This portion of today's game is brought to you by Treasure Signs. They produce the beautiful carved signs with gold leaf lettering that you see outside LaSalle in the parking lots and throughout campus. Their design team will work with you to create a sign that will deliver the message for your business. And remember, your sign works for you 24 hours a day and never asks for a raise. Get noticed with Treasure Sign.
Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Alex with the golf clap.
It means a lot, guys. That was my first.
Well done.
My first ad.
Now we've gotten through all 3 of the main ones. Now we just got to repeat them. We got to do it again.
Yes, we're very grateful to the sponsors of Bob Long Sports. They've helped us be where we are today. Got a great setup this year. Got the iPad set up, not so rudimentary, and it was nice to got some great capabilities. So not possible without them.
Yep. And while we got this time out, working on the game clock a little bit. That's what's going on here. But while that is happening, maybe also remind you that the Explorers, this isn't the only matchup with Roman today that they had. Earlier in the day, 4 o'clock p.m., there was a PCL championship game in soccer.
Wow.
That we'll tell you the results of right after this play, so hang with us.
I wait with bated breath.
Explorers in the shotgun. Handoff is to Vespi. Takes it out to his right and picks up about 3 yards. on first down.
You see the tail end of that. Vespi running hard out the middle. He's quick. He doesn't carry a lot of momentum due to his size.
QB alert, Jack Machida back in the game.
Wow.
So they have seen enough of Gavin Daly.
Enough. Time for some more QB.
QB1 back in there.
Yeah.
Machida in the gun. Turns around again. The handoff is to Vespi, who speeds through a hole up the middle. Just past the line to gain for a first down.
And Vespi proving his worth tonight. He's doing a great job. Just running hard, hitting his holes. I mean, kudos to his offensive line. That was a huge hole, probably like a 3 or 4 yard hole. He just ran straight up the middle.
Vespi out to the 27. Again, Machida in the gun. Vespi 5 yards behind him. Handoff again to Vespi up the middle. Make him and miss. Spinning around. Just barely unable to stay on his feet. All that effort. Picks up 2. So 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Explorers. Machida gets the call. Instructs his teammates. Takes the snap, and it is another handoff to Vespi. Sneaking through the tightest of windows as Vespi picks up a hard-earned first down. Unbelievable run.
I'll say one thing. I talked about wanting Melman blocking out for me, but number 71 there, Robert Bailey, just creating a nice big play for them.
Unbelievable.
That's a big boy. Let's see what he's at. We got 6'2", 290. Wow, that's the guy I want blocking for me.
And a junior, so someone will be seeing at least for another year. Well, no, not at least. Only for another year. Another year and a couple weeks. We got a timeout. LaSalle on the field with 5:32 left in the second half.
And you bring up a good point. It's always a bittersweet time of year. Your last game of the season. I mean, especially for the seniors, might be their last time playing football ever in these coming weeks, whether that be next week or all the way up to the state championship. You never know, and that's a tough part of the game. You never know when last time you step on the football field is, and yeah.
What'd you do with your cleats when you were done? Did you play in college?
No. They're in my closet. I tried using them for rugby, but they're illegal cleats in rugby because they have the little toe cleat.
Back to rugby.
Yes. We love rugby on Bob Long Sports. LaSalle showcased against St. Joe's Prep a few weeks back, and that was probably the most entertaining time of my life on this show.
That was something. Ooh, man. Handoff for LaSalle. Number 22, Abdul Carter. Is that what I saw?
I think that is what you saw. He's typically not on offense.
No, he is not. Abdul Carter, the running back, had been playing combination of linebacker, safety, and defensive back, and getting some offensive action. A guy we saw on offense a little bit last year.
Yeah, I remember that. I was surprised to see him only on defense mostly.
It's Machida under center. Drown it is Carter again. Wow. The spin move. Whoop. Pick up maybe a yard.
It was a well-earned yard there, though. He's getting hit in the backfield and managed to spin in and get an extra yard. I'm interested. I'm surprised we haven't seen any Mayo Howell tonight. Have you heard anything about him? Is he also?
He was on the first kickoff.
Okay.
I saw him back there.
Okay.
Might have lined up on the second one, the punt kickoff after the safety, but
he's a fun guy to watch.
Yeah.
I hope we could see a little bit of him now, or if not, next week.
I'm thinking we're not gonna, given that Brown and Howell are sort of your 1-2 punch. Machida dumps it off to DeVos. The ball comes out. It looks like the refs are going to let this one go as if.
That's a great effort by LaSalle. Preventing
wow.
That. That was a good job. I think they managed to recover it there. Let's see if we can see anything in the replay
they
here.
did
Wow.
at the tail end. Machida just, I think
great
it
camera
out of
tracking.
Bound. Nice job, Alex.
Wow. That was a good
Getting
job.
in there tight on that one.
Clear
LaSalle did
recovery
recover.
from the Explorers.
But to me, I think NFL level, you're looking at that replay. Did he get, secure the ball, make that third step? I don't know.
I think he did.
Alex's camera work might have been able to help us there. But
did he make a football move? Probably.
I don't think he did.
I think he did. So we need to take this to football court.
We'll see. One way or the other, it is 4th and 20 for the Explorers, and Gandolfo going to punt this one away. Stuck at 9-0.
Oh,
boots it.
Wow.
Again, Malachi Harris back there. Puts the ball on the turf. There's going to be a scrum for it. It looked like Roman came up with it. Fighting, and we got a flag coming out. All kinds of things happening on the field tonight, folks.
Someone made a crazy block on that punt. I didn't catch it in the replay, but the ball does clearly pop out, and it looks like Roman made clear recovery again.
Yep.
Great job from
pointing in that direction.
Our cameraman catching that zoom. Looking a little chippy out here.
There's a man whose job's secure.
Yeah.
Our cameraman.
Yeah.
I don't know about you and I, Tyler.
No, I'm really worried.
See what Bob thinks after tonight, but Alex, you're safe.
Maybe
on another level.
I think we got to secure our job tonight, Rob. I think we should do our favorite segment of Where You At.
Oh, throw it to him, Tyler. Throw it to him.
Just where you at, tweet at us, YouTube at us, Facebook at us, whatever you got.
Facebook. Do it all at us.
At us.
At Bob Long Sports.
Yeah,
let us know where you're watching
know.
from. We'll give you those shout-outs.
I think we might get a Where You At from the booth tonight, but I can't be sure.
He needs to keep all hands on the camera on the tripod tonight, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So 3:50 to go here. Robinson hands it off. It's like to Mole, CJ Mole. Up the middle, but just back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. The clock ticks under 3:30 to go here in the first half. It's still 9-0 Explorers here in the regular season finale here. Robinson in the gun. 3-receiver split. Steps up under pressure. Fires it downfield over everyone.
I'm just blown away by this camera tracking. I can watch the whole play here. You did a great job. Some pressure. I thought number 74 from LaSalle was going to get there, but
tracking the ball.
Yeah, look at this. Watch this.
What moves? What moves on that tripod? It is well oiled.
Yeah, it did kind of destroy itself earlier. Luckily, I think we were in instant replay, so nobody saw it. But you had to mention it.
I unfortunately called it out.
So now we have to address it.
Robinson in the gun, steps back, under pressure, and is going to, at some point here, go down. Tried to stay on his feet. That is Jalen DeVos in there. And
I think they're still blowing whistles.
They are. As well, Timothy Barrett, the junior defensive end.
Gets eaten alive here. Good play by the Explorers. It was a good team effort getting the sack.
The end of it, Barrett and DeVos in there. So a lot of guys getting some both sides of the ball action tonight. DeVos, seeing him take a couple of handoffs, get in on a couple tackles. Abdul Carter.
Yeah, just it's kind of a fun night to watch.
Yeah, they're out there. They're having a good time. It's the last game of that, like we keep saying, last game of the regular season. They're going to play next week.
Yeah.
So,
there's
whether
no real high stakes. I mean, obviously, I think it's important to build some confidence.
Absolutely. You want to rebound after a crushing defeat last week against Archbishop Wood on a blocked kick in overtime.
Yeah, that was difficult to watch. It was unfortunate that Wood managed to pull it off. I think it's because we weren't commentating, personally, Rob.
Blame the 97.5 guys.
Yeah. Now I'm blaming Bob for pulling us out. What the heck, Bob? Put me in, Coach.
The Explorers back to receive this punt. TJ Meacham booted in his direction. Slips again. Stay away from the ball. They do. Takes a Roman bounce down to the 41.
I'll say one thing. I hope they don't have to play at this field next week. It's pretty rough.
It's a field we got to experience a couple years ago.
Yeah. There's no,
Clean off the spikes.
I know,
Get
man.
longer spikes. Do they let you change up your spikes in high school football?
I think
You
they
have
do.
different lengths.
Yeah, I mean, typically, I don't think they play on grass fields that much, and I've always noticed a huge difference. You usually get the big pegs for, like, on the field, whereas more you get the soccer cleats for turf. It seems to do better. I agree.
Jack Machida takes the snap, rolling out to his right.
Wow.
Fires downfield and completes.
Oh, what a move!
Unbelievable roll out to his right for Machida. And really his first great pass of the night.
Unbelievable ball tracking. Holy smokes, Alex. You outdid yourself.
Is that Tatum?
Yeah. I think
Rob
it is.
Tatum? No, not Tatum. We missed the number.
Yeah, I thought it was 86, which would be...
It might have been. No, you know what? It might have been Justin Machida.
Really?
It might have been Justin Machida. It was 16, Justin Machida.
We can go back and review the tape after.
We'll let you know. We'll check it during the half, but that looked like Justin Machida. So the brother-to-brother connection coming alive here in Conshohocken.
Either way, that was a great juke right after catching the ball. He sensed the pressure and...
Something I imagine they work on in their backyard.
Yeah.
2:31 here to go in the first half is a timeout on the field. Gives us a chance to remind you, with halftime coming up, maybe you want to head on down to KC's Alley in Ambler.
Yeah.
Right there off of Main Street in Ambler.
Nice,
by the SEPTA station.
Yeah.
Real convenient location.
Yeah, you can get no excuses. You got public transportation.
Nope. You can get there. You can get there and watch us on a nice big 80-screen high-definition TV.
Yeah.
Enjoy some delicious appetizers, delicious drinks, delicious environment.
Yes.
I don't know. Can
we'll
environments be delicious? Machida takes the snap, turns around, gives it to Jalen DeVos.
Jalen DeVos on the carry.
DeVos up the middle.
Yeah.
On first down, picks up 6 yards.
5, 6.
We'll call it 5.
I like 5. Let's go with 5.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 20 for the Explorers here.
Nice hole there. I like that sign play.
Clock ticking down to 2 minutes here left in the first half. Explorers looking to put more points on the board to build on their 9-0 lead. Machida again turns around, gives it off to DeVos. Getting right down to that 15 amidst the pile of Cahillites and Explorers, and they're going to mark it there and just past the 15 to give them enough for a first down.
First down, Explorers.
Yeah, it's overall just a good, solid run. Keep giving it to DeVos. He's doing well. Got you a first down in 2 plays. It's always nice. You can't ask for much more from a running back. Unless you're Sam Brown, of course, then you can expect him to possibly score 5 touchdowns in a single game.
No Brown and no Howell tonight, getting the night off. As the Explorers prepare for these same Cahillites next week. He'll take a timeout with 1:31 left to go here in the first half. And Bob Long breaking all the rules, not checking in on any social medias, texting us.
What?
Texting us with his where you at.
Who gave him my number?
Bob Long letting us know he's up in Buffalo, New York, watching, giving us some kudos, saying, I don't know how getting out of his fingers telling us we're doing a good job, but he is. He says that.
He said, let's go Eagles. No, he says go Buffalo and Sean McDermott tomorrow.
Sean McDermott, the 1993 graduate, Athletic Hall of Fame inductee, a guy I know. Not personally, it's been a while, but, my uncle played football alongside him on that 92, 93 team, and got to a couple of those games as a little tyke.
Wow.
See Sean McDermott play. And also, I will say, one of the years I made all Catholic as a wrestler here at LaSalle, McDermott was the keynoter at the PCL Awards banquet.
Wow.
Sat at the LaSalle table, got to chum it up with the man. Jack Machida takes the snap, bootleg out to his right. And are they going to call that a completed pass? That was a low throw, but able to haul it in. Again, the brother-to-brother connection. Justin Machida comes up with this.
I'm sure Uncle Dave's happy about that one.
Wow. Unreal. That's one they're used to. That's just a case of Machida knowing where Machida likes the ball. Brad Vespi up the middle, gets a couple of yards, but driven backwards. Just inside the 5-yard line. They're going to give him the 3. So a 2nd and goal here for the Explorers as we tick under a minute, 55 seconds and counting on the clock. It's Gavin Daly back in for the Explorers at quarterback. And we're going to get a flag.
Most likely a false start.
Yep.
Offsides LaSalle, 5-yard penalty.
False start on the Explorers. I don't know who jumped there. I couldn't really see. I guess we have the technology, but I might be a little slow. Nope, I missed it. Sorry, Bob. We know it was a false start. I know I know that hand signal from the referee at least.
False start, illegal motion, something. It was something like that. And somehow amidst all of this, Alex able to check in from the booth on Twitter, letting us know.
I put money down on that. I think I knew.
Cheetah again, keeping us on our toes. Keeps it himself and takes it into the end zone.
See ya.
Touchdown Explorers.
Machida into the end zone for the Explorers, putting 6 more points on the board, giving them a 15-0 lead. Just when you think it's Daly.
Look at that cut. Everyone else is slipping and sliding all over the field, and Machida looks like he has the right cleats on.
He does. Able to plant hard and take that ball right upfield through a hole.
I'd like to give the MVP on that drive to the Machidas.
They did it. Little assist from the Vespi.
Of course.
From the Vespi.
Team
the
sport there,
Brad Vespi.
He's having a great night. The offensive line, clearly doing a great job.
Snap is down. Kick is up and good. And out again of the stadium here. Field A. Concha-Hawken, Jake Gandolfo giving LaSalle the 16-0 lead. There's 2 touchdowns and a safety for the Explorers. Keeping the Cahillites off the board here in the first half with 23 seconds left in quarter number 2. And it's been all clicking for the Explorers on offense.
Yeah, they're looking good. Pretty impressed so far.
Got to be happy, I think. You know, the way they came out last week and really struggled on offense. I mean, you can't say they struggled on defense. It ended up being a 21-20 game by the end of it, but just a sloppy kind of performance all around last week. And to see them come in and really clean things up this week. And
yeah, they look way more disciplined. And to be fair, 14 of those points were only allowed in the regular time, right? They got an overtime score, so
exactly.
Great job by the defense, but also kudos to Wood's defense for hanging in there and their special teams for securing the win.
I blame the baby powder. Got kind of everywhere. That baby powder. Yeah, Wood fans were throwing baby powder in the air and making it all smoky and hazy.
Wow.
It was weird. It was a weird thing.
It's a Viking thing.
Weird thing for them to do. Gandolfo, the little pooch kick. The Explorers surround the returner, number 3, Nasik Smith. And with 18 seconds to go, the Cahillites will take over right around their 31-yard line, right at their 31-yard line.
I have a question, and I'm afraid to ask it. What is a Cahillite? Anybody know?
I'm afraid to answer it.
I didn't do my homework.
It sounds like something like a religious figure, maybe, or like a long ago type of knight.
Tune into the second half.
Yeah,
we'll have an answer.
We'll look it up during halftime and let you know. But to give up the middle, stop there, and that is where we're going to end the first half. The Cahillites, which we will look up what that actually means.
Yes.
During the half. March themselves right off the field. The Explorers lead this one 16-0 at halftime. We're going to send it to commercial break and come back in a few and dissect things and let you know what a Cahillite is here on Bob Long Sports. So for Tyler Kern, Rob Stott, Alex Trusowski, and we'll see you in a bit.
Years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dumpy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dumpyford.com.
Come experience the Dumpy difference. You'll be glad you did.
I chose CCM because I have found that this company, on the level of scaling that we have here, the volume that we are doing, to truly have every department head and employee fully engaged in the mission of the company to make it an originator-focused, production-first company. I have not found that anywhere I've worked, and I've worked at one of the largest banks in the world, down to the smallest tiny community bank and correspondent lender. No one has been able to consistently deliver that message.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself, Des Holmes and Mike Miranda, your disruptors on the Penn State offensive line.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football, or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Barangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
All right, we are back here from the Conshohocken Field A.
Field A.
Field A. Field A. The A field.
A field.
The A field.
We've got confirmation.
Because there is
that
a B
it's the
field. Right behind us, yeah. Right behind us there is a B field. But no, we're... it's a cemetery.
Is that
Oh,
B
wow.
field, the cemetery?
In between us?
That'd be hard to play on.
That would be. Whew. Well...
Dead people.
One way. Oh, Bob, this is where we get fired. No, but we're back here on the A field in Conshohocken. It's Roman Catholic and LaSalle. We did some digging, not in the graveyard, but we did some digging and found that the Cahillites. We found out the Cahillites is actually in reference to the founder of Roman Catholic, that being Thomas Cahill, back in 1890.
Wow.
Roman Catholic
That's
founded.
a good year.
Yeah. Solid year. I don't remember much, but from what they tell me, Roman Catholic was founded.
Yeah.
So that's how you get Thomas Cahill, last name. Just throw a little ites on it, Cahillites, and that's how you get Roman Catholic.
Maybe it's like a Quizzo question sometime
So,
around
yeah.
the local area.
We were way off. It has nothing to do with, well, maybe, I don't know.
Don't let
maybe
me
he
with
was
that.
a
I didn't say
religious,
that.
No, religious figure. But it's it kind of it has that ring to it, you know,
Yeah.
so sort of an ancient people. Yeah. Ancient, in between the Tiger and the, what was the other, two rivers? The Tigris and the Euphrates? Tiger and the Euphrates River? No, but it's Thomas Cahill, and, you know, good little fact to have next time you're out at a Catholic League Quizzo, you know. Yeah. So, no, but we're back here, and it's the regular season finale here on Bob Long Sports, and Tyler, thoughts on the first half?
Rob, my thoughts.
Hey,
I thought that was a great executed job by the Explorers. I think they did a very good job of responding after their loss last week. Came out strong. Made a mistake, fumbling on the 1 yard line of Roman, but they capitalized by getting a safety, and kind of just kept it going from there. Their defense looked strong. That one mistake on special teams hurt them.
Almost two. So, and then almost a third when Meacham just fell and didn't even touch the ball. So,
yeah.
It's been a wacky sort of
special
night.
teams got to get it together, but other than that, they're looking good. I like what I see. They're obviously holding back. I think a lot of they're holding back their talent. They don't have the big players out there, but the guys that are out there are getting experience and they're stepping up. Quite frankly, we saw Daly out there for a little bit, and then Machida came back in and showed us that great arm he has on top of his running ability. Just overall, I thought that was a solid half of football, and I think we're in for another good half.
Yeah, and I mean, you kind of hit on it there, and I think we collectively talked about it at the top of the broadcast where, you know, we know that this is the matchup next week. We know that this is the regular season finale. We know that St. Joe's Prep is the outright 1 seed. The 2nd and 3rd seeds up for grabs. So that's what's on the line here tonight. And that being the case, you know, these two teams will match up again next week. But, you know, how they play this game, I think, is really telling from a LaSalle perspective. You know, throwing a lot of the backups in there, giving them a chance, you know, kind of hiding some cards per se. You know, giving, at the same time, you know, giving some guys that don't see much action the opportunity to play and get some playing time, some game speed experience. I think we hit on that almost every week, it seems like. You know, how important that is for these guys as they're coming up, you know, through the system, because it is what it is, you know, with this football, this high school football level. You know, it's always next man up, whether from injury or graduating. You know, guys are always going to have to be ready to go. So that's what we're seeing here tonight is giving these guys a lot of real game opportunity to see what it's like out there and, you know, get experience against a team that they will be seeing next week. So.
Yeah, so it's like the practice for the playoffs. It's I think the Explorers need to show that they can play 2 full halves of football without disclosing too much. Maybe get some experience for the younger guys, and Yeah, they got to keep dominating in the trenches, and I'm excited for the second half.
Thank you to those watching online. Appreciate you coming here, joining us for the last week of the season. We're throwing the B team in. We're throwing the backups in tonight here in Conshohocken.
I think all along we were the A team. B's for Bob.
The B team, the Bob team. The Bob team up in Buffalo.
B for Buffalo. Bob's in Buffalo to I ran out of B words.
Briskets and...
They have briskets in Buffalo?
I don't know. Maybe.
They got Bills.
Bills in Buffalo. A lot of bees happening. But, no, we're here, and we're excited to bring this last week of the season to you and do so in a booth where we're staying dry, staying warm. It was chilly last week. Certainly feeling more like football weather as we get into November. The calendar turns by the next time we are on air with you.
I like that saying.
And it's playoff time.
Yeah, Halloween's around the corner. Yeah.
Are you dressing up?
Yeah, I'm going to be a broadcaster.
Are you? Oh, how cute. That's cute.
Yeah. It's what I've always wanted to be, so I figure that's the one time of year I can do that.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Living the dream. Alex?
I'm gonna be a Dalmatian this year. Every year I'm a Dalmatian.
You like Dalmatian?
He's got this old raggedy Dalmatian costume he wears every year.
Nice. Amazing. Well, we're being pumpkins. So I got a kid, and he wants to be a pumpkin, and we're being pumpkins. So got a pumpkin costume for the boy and some pumpkin T-shirts for the rest of the fam. And all that said, we're underway here in the second half. And special teams gaffus continue. Roman Catholic Amir Gibson running backwards to field that kickoff by Gandolfo and ends up running into his own man. And in high school football, when you go down to a knee, you're down.
You're down.
And he was down.
Is that also like running with the football on offense, things like that? Anytime your knee touches the ground? Because I noticed that earlier on a.
I would think. I believe so.
I think it was on a turnover or on the punt actually. Yeah.
Automatically down. So here we are, second half underway. Robinson taking the snap, swinging it out, trying to do it all on his own. Able to pick up 2 yards. Brought down by Tyson Goldstein on the play. So second half underway. Cahill-ites looking to climb back into this one, down 16-0 here. Robinson in the snap again. Right up the middle, strongest run of the night for the Cahill-ites.
Still going.
CJ Mole needed 8, got about 18.
Just trucking through. It's a lot of white. A lot of white on purple there, and just a great run by the Cahill-ites.
Correction, that's Shamar Ellis. Robinson again gives the ball to Ellis, and this time met in the backfield by Ryan Savage in a cavalcade of Explorers. Ends up losing 1 on the play.
Again, a good team effort by the Explorers.
Flag on the play.
Now a flag on the play.
See if we caught it here at the tail end. I didn't see. I think it was after a hit replay. Yeah. So we didn't really.
Waiting on the call. The conference of
Roman's backing up a bit.
Referees. Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike on LaSalle. Maybe a little taunting in there. Ryan Savage looks a little upset, or looks like they're going to call that on Tyson Goldstein, who is pointing to himself, asking questions of the ref as they march downfield.
Wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Never is. Never is. So, a nice run and nice defensive play for the Explorers, but offset by the penalty. And now the Cahill-ites are in Explorer territory.
In business.
1st and 10 from the 40. Robinson in the gun. High snap again. Been a theme tonight, and Goldstein drops him in the backfield.
Look like
That'll be a loss of 5 on the play.
Like a. You can see the tail end of that with the Explorers all over for the sack, actually.
Gonna make it a loss of 4, actually. Robinson in the gun. Looking to his right and nearly intercepted. The penalty seemed to have lit something in Tyson Goldstein. He goes in, makes the sack there on the last previous play. This time, steps up reading Robinson's eyes, seeing where he's looking and jumping that route beautifully, but just unable to haul it in.
You'd like to see that, though. That's a great response from Goldstein.
So 3rd and 14 for the KLites. Untouched is DeVos, able to avoid him as Robinson finds Ellis.
Savage.
Finds Ellis, but brought down from behind by another defensive leader in Ryan Savage.
I want to see how Savage got over here. He starts out on the right side here. Great pressure. Savage recognizes. Wow, look at him running across the field.
Off his block.
Wow.
Just a nice shoelace tackle. And back to live action. Looks like they're getting an offsides call.
Makes it go from 4th and 10 to 4th and manageable.
4th and 5, another jump, and maybe, you know, gotta stay a little disciplined here for the Explorers.
Yeah. I didn't manage to catch it. Was Dylan Traynor in the game last week? I see he's out there.
He was.
Now.
He
Okay,
did
good.
play a little bit last week.
That's encouraging to see him out there again.
Yep. Robinson in the gun. Looking over the middle. Connects. And that's the offensive weapon, Malachi Harris.
Thought I saw a little jump here from Roman Catholic. Let's see this. I thought they jumped a little early. They did. To me, that's a false start.
Shuffling of the feet.
But that's a great
set.
play.
Nonetheless, 4th and 5 turns into 1st and 10 from the 27.
I think that was a missed false start there. But
Robinson looking to the sideline as Roman coaches change the call at the line. Takes the snap, gives it off to Ellis, or no, keeps it himself, does Robinson. Marches upfield, and the best drive of the night for the KLites continues. It is a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2 from right around the 20-yard line.
missed tackles. Shrugged him right off. Where'd he go?
And we're into that part of the field, folks, where we are bound by a brick wall, basically.
Just like that defensive line.
Sheesh. Savage and Sam Graham in on the stop.
Shamar Ellis wrapped up by Chris Thompson.
And Chris Thompson. Say 3rd and 2.
4 down territory.
Explorers creeping up to the line. High snap. Robinson kept it, but slipped. Had the Explorers fooled on the read option there, but just unable to keep his feet. Again, the field coming into play here. The wet field, the rain from beforehand. Just unable. You see Robinson shuffling and just goes down.
No, he tripped him. Maybe on his own guy there on the handoff, it looked like. I don't know. We've established the field is a little rough around the edges, or in this case, in the center of the field.
Turns a 3rd and 2 into a 4th and 6. And again, this being the best offensive drive, the KLites are going for it. Robinson takes the snap, looking out to his right, and just fires over everyone.
Robinson's pass incomplete.
Don't know if we got to see that, but it was great pressure from the Explorers front there, and he just kind of threw it away.
Looking for his wide out Noah Kenzie. Just fires that ball, but nothing to see here.
Griffin Zobel was on the coverage there, but the ball was way high. Great pressure from the LaSalle front 7.
LaSalle takes over 1st and 10.
Let's get out of this dead zone area now, huh?
Driving the other way, thankfully for Alex. The Explorers taking over up 16-0 here. Their first drive of the second half. This is Jack Machida rolling out to his right. Firing incomplete. Intended for, looks like Timothy Melman out there. Melman, you see him calling for it, just unable to haul it in.
A little behind him, it looked like.
7:31 on the clock here in the third quarter. Machida comes up to the line under center. Got brother Justin on the near side. An I formation behind him. The give. It's like Brad Vespi again. The workhorse from the first half. Brings it right up through the line of scrimmage, through a hole, and picks up 8. Setting up a 3rd and short here for the Explorers.
See him just plowing through there. Nice, I'll take 3rd and manageable anytime there.
Again, the Explorers in the I formation. Got a flag.
See, they called it that time. That's going to be a false start against the Explorers, and that's exactly what Roma did last time.
Would be dead ball, though, right?
Yeah.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift. That's exactly what happened last time. That's exactly what I saw. I'm surprised they called it there if they didn't call it the other time.
Well,
there it is.
3rd and manageable into a 3rd and 7.
I understand calling that. Obviously, he was leaning forward, but, I mean, you got to call it both ways.
So a 3rd and 7 here for the Explorers, and now you'll see Machida in the gun. 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Machida takes the snap, steps back, looking, firing towards Abdul Carter.
Oh. Triple coverage.
Triple covered is Carter. But I will say, the right area to look, Carter seems to have 6 or 7 inches on every defender around him in that play. We'll see him just a helmet over everyone, just not placed in the right spot. Carter really had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he was getting pushed around a bit, but that was great coverage by Roman.
So it will stay 16-0 here. 6:28 on the clock, and Jake Gandolfo back to punt this one away. Puts a strong right leg into it, high into the lights, bounces. The 42 takes an Explorer bounce, but curves. Did a little U-turn there.
They're, I like the Explorers letting that bounce a bit. You can see it here. They're trying to. That ball was heat-seeking on the Wonky Hill right there. Watch this bounce around here.
A couple of Explorers thinking,
for comfort.
Ooh, watch those toes. Watch those toes. Somehow avoids the Cahillites in the area and gives the ball right back to the Roman Catholic offense. So with 6:17 to go and the Explorers up 16-0, Roman Catholic again back on the field. The give. Robinson hands it off, and that's C.J. Mole spinning just out of bounds. Unfortunately, unable to see, but
good
we'll
job.
Have to lean this one a little forward.
Dylan Traynor tracked him down, and
Traynor spun him out of bounds. What you couldn't see there was Dylan Traynor spin him out of bounds. C.J. Mole right at the 1 yard line.
Number 23, T.J. Meacham wrapped him up just out of bounds.
We're shuffle
doing
around
our
here
best
in
here
the,
to give you
the booth
an
a little
angle.
bit. So the give that time to Shamar Ellis.
Stop for a loss.
Stuffed in the backfield.
You can see the tail end of that there.
And we
a little
are
tight in the
all
booth.
kinds of tangled in
We're
the booth.
doing our best to give the people the best angle possible. Maybe I think Alex should probably stay there the rest of the night. Maybe I don't know what your left side of the field looks like now, but I don't know. We need direction from our boss,
have
the guy
a
upstairs.
Wi-Fi signal, Wi-Fi satellite here. But again, the give to Ellis. Again, the Explorers, but this time they're going to say Ellis broke the plane.
Wow.
And the Cahill lights are on the board.
Ref clearly has the best angle there. I'm surprised. It looked like they had him behind.
Somehow in there. The line judge spots that ball going over the plane and into the end zone. It is now 16-6. The Explorers on top of Roman Catholic here with 5:08 left in the third quarter. Pending the extra point. Oh, going for two, and that one is batted up in the air. Falls harmlessly to the ground. Nice job.
Fun fact, 16-6 is what the 21-11 Explorers, that was the score of the PCL championship, 16-6.
There you go.
And how about that? So I got to update the scoreboard here with my fancy-dancy tablet.
So many things to do.
I know. Bob makes it look easy. Kudos to that man.
50-50 ticket, 878-953. Please come to the concession stand. You're the winner of the 50-50.
Apologies to all those who heard that announcement online. Unfortunately, you could not participate in the 50-50 here.
Yeah. We should try doing Bob Long Sports 50-50s.
Yeah, maybe we should open up the raffle. Some
Carabella
thoughts for
about
next year.
Yeah.
See how we can't get. We got where you at. Maybe we throw a little, little Venmo action on top of that. Apple Pay. We accept Apple Pay. Venmo at Bob Long. Hey, if that's actually his Venmo, donations accepted.
We could get a 50-50.
Add a note. We'll call out some advertising.
Yeah.
The kick this time goes deep. Mayo Howell over his head. It's going to bounce backwards.
Wow, I'm surprised he grabbed that.
Should have let it go. Got Cahill lights around him. Mayo Howell, though, using his speed, trying to avoid some tacklers. Gets up to about the 17 and stopped there. Lucky it.
Yeah, I think that was going in the end zone, but also you never know how that football's going to bounce. It could have ended up on the 1-yard line. And man, special teams has proven costly for the Explorers tonight. They're getting some good kicks off. Any where are you at, Rob?
So 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. We do have Nancy Diani calling in, checking in on Twitter from Clarkston, Michigan. Nancy watching for family member senior Griffin Zobel, defensive back for these Explorers. Tight formation here for the Explorers. Machida under center, pitches it out backwards to Vespi, trying to get a little speed. Again, the field coming into play here.
Yeah, I felt bad for Vespi there.
Unable to make that hard cut that he wanted.
Such a weird feeling slipping like that and then just having a guy come and hit you 100 miles per hour.
Something like this, too. The other part of this, the unfortunate nature of this field is that injuries.
Oh, he got rolled up on, I think. He was he was the first one in on Vespi there, and then his teammates came in, and he ended up on the bottom of the pile. You hate to see that.
Just been a running theme of the night, whether on special teams or
it's a
watching these cuts.
Every player on the field though is subjected to it, so it's a level playing field, and you hate to see that. Just victim of being under that pile there.
4:42 here left in the third quarter. We're going to throw this one to commercial, and we'll be right back on Bob Long Sports.
years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue, generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dumpy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dumpyford.com.
Come experience the Dumpy difference. You'll be glad you did.
I chose CCM because I have found that this company, on the level of scaling that we have here, the volume that we are doing, to truly have every department head and employee fully engaged.
So back here in Conshohocken was Saran Cummings, able to get up and walk off the field for the Cahillites. It's a 2nd and 12 for the Explorers. Deep in their own territory, Jack Machida takes the handoff, turns around and gives it to Vespi, and this time just right up the middle for the Explorers goes Vespi.
Vespi, he does one thing consistent, and that's run with a full head of steam. He's quick.
Brad Vespi on the carry.
Like what I see from him. He's a hard worker. You can see he's one of the hardest workers out there on the field.
Machida in the gun, Vespi behind him. Explorers got to the line quick, but looking over now, adjusting their call. Machida, hard count by Machida, but is going to be his own man that he pulled off.
Yeah, Explorers usually do a great job with this hard count. You can see here they just, yeah, that's pretty close. Didn't see it from up here.
Make it a 3rd and 9 for the Explorers.
Yeah, you never like to see them shoot yourselves in the foot, especially on critical downs in your own territory.
So clock's going to tick under 3:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Like Roman's bringing the pressure.
They back out, and it's Machida who rolls out to his right, firing for Vespi.
Wow.
Just through his hands, and a flag
I don't
comes
know
in
about
late.
that.
Ooh, man.
I don't know about that one.
That looked like two guys going for a ball.
He didn't touch him until after the ball was already passed. Yeah, I would take that one back.
And I'm gonna be with you there, Tyler. Now it looks like they're gonna pick it up.
No, they called it against the Explorers.
Wow.
I'm not really sure what the call was there. Whatever it was declined.
Yeah.
They pointed towards the Explorers, so I would assume that would be a penalty against them. But whatever it was declined.
Nonetheless, it is 4th and 9, and Gandolfo comes in. And another flag on the Explorers. This drive is just crumbling to pieces.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see. I mean, you can keep it simple on offense, but if you're making stupid plays like this, both refs saw that there. Getting backed up further and further. I know Gandolfo has a boot, but you want to see him. Yeah, you want to set yourself up for success here. That's 3 plays in a row with penalties.
Gandolfo standing on his own goal line, puts a line drive punt, gets air under it though. Able to take an Explorer's bounce and roll onto the other side of the 50.
You can't ask for much more than that. That was a great job from Gandolfo. That's a tough thing to do, punting up to your own goal line like that. Nice line drive. I'm okay with that.
Oh, and now that I think about it, I think we left our audience hanging. We talked about another Roman Catholic matchup earlier today. The PCL Championship soccer game. I don't think we ever told them what happened.
What happened? I don't know.
The Explorers won.
Oh, cool.
Explorers won. I'll have to reconfirm the final score, but the Explorers did win the PCL title in soccer. Brought that one home today. So looking for the sweep of Roman Catholic today. So on 1st and 10, Roman Catholic loses one with the run up the middle.
Confirmation that there was no hubcap. For those that don't know, the hubcap is typically the name of the trophy for the Catholic League due to its hubcap shape.
It's glorious. It's glorious and gorgeous. Robinson kept the handoff, but unable to avoid Abdul Carter in hot pursuit. Oh. Malachi Harris coming in there, not liking the.
Got confirmation that. Oh, sorry about that. No, continue. Nope. Finish your thought.
My thought was just that Malachi Harris didn't like the clapping and high-fiving between Abdul Carter and a fellow Explorer. Walked right in between it.
How rude.
Robinson takes the snap. Looking again. And just over the outstretched hand. Looked like Eric Ford out there.
See if our cameraman captured this one, Rob. I think he did. He did a great job. Yeah, I think he did. Never throw him under the bus if he didn't.
3rd and 20.
We just choose not to do the instant replay.
Ford in coverage just over his hand. Trying to defend that pass.
That's a good response from the Explorers. I mean, they
forcing the 3 and out.
That was a tough offensive drive they had, and you can always count on your defense, it seems.
Ryan Flaherty back deep to punt. Takes it. Puts a leg into it, and again, this time it's fielded cleanly. Finding a seam up the middle, but taken down, and some extracurriculars behind the play.
Yeah, I see that. Wow. I mean, that's a great return here. You see the tail end of that.
Ryan Moore for the Explorers.
Yeah.
The man who hauled that one in. Finally, a cleanly fielded punt. Brings it up to the 40.
There's a little chippiness over on the Explorers sideline. Little wrestling moves, I think. But looked kind of mutual, and it was broken up.
So Jack Machida again in at QB1 for the Explorers in the shotgun. Brad Vespi to his left. It is a draw to Vespi, who breaks a couple tackles and able to skirt his way out to about the 48-yard line for 8 yards.
I like
7
that
yards.
from Vespi. That's a good run. That design draw, let the blocks develop, then kind of cut back over. Just a good play overall. I like what I saw there. He's fun to watch tonight. He always is, but he's doing a great job.
The give is to Vespi again. Vespi picks up the first down and then some. Bring the ball down to the 44-yard line. We tick under 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. And just to reconfirm, it was LaSalle winning on penalty kicks in extra time for that PCL title.
How about that?
Always hard fought between the Explorers and KLites on the pitch, as it were. Machida in the pistol has Jalen DeVos behind him and gives it to DeVos, and he is met 3 yards in the backfield and just sat down. Strong pursuit by the Cahillites. Makai Lewis. Machida looking at his sideline, waiting for the call to come in. Gets it and delivers it. Explorers break the huddle. And Machida comes up under center. Puts Mr. Melman in motion. Bootlegs out to the right. And connects.
That was a great play. Kind of a little misdirection there. Machida acting like he's going to go out the left side. Fires back to the right. Little bootleg, like you said, for third and 5, let's call it.
That was Matthew Bowes, the junior tight end, on the reception.
The end of the third quarter. The score of LaSalle 16.
And that's the end of 3 here from Conshohocken, the A field. Explorers continue to lead this one 16-6. No points in that quarter for the Explorers. Roman Catholic able to put up a 6 spot and a failed 2-point conversion. And that's where we stand after 4. And just a reminder as we're watching the LaSalle Pep Band put on some Sweet Caroline, that this game is proudly brought to you by Casey's Alley. Casey's Alley of Ambler. Great spot for food, fun, friends, and Bob Long Sports football. You can catch Bob Long Sports on the TVs at Casey's Alley and Maybe catch us there afterwards for a drink.
How about
Some
that?
appetizers, some good spirits, and tell us how we did. No Bob Long tonight, so we would love your in-person feedback, and if that includes dumping drinks on us, I don't know. then message delivered. We'll understand.
Yeah, or if you want to say, hey, we don't need Bob for Bob Long Sports, then that's fine too.
Machida takes the snap, hands it off to Abdul Carter, brings it up to the line and try to get by a couple would-be tacklers. And nice pursuit there by Roman Catholic, only giving up a gain of 2.
About that. Just trying to clear up our quality here. Got some bad image quality. Trying to move some stuff around. The booth up here is very cramped, but we're making do. It's affecting my color commentating ability, and I apologize because I know people tune into this to just hear that.
So, just into the fourth quarter here, still a relatively close game. It's only a 10-point game here between the Explorers and Roman Catholic, and now we got a timeout on the field. LaSalle taking the timeout. It's a fourth down play here. The Explorers lined up on offense as if they were going to go for it. 4th and 4. Deciding to take a timeout and talk this one over.
Your thoughts, Rob? What are you seeing?
I mean, we know me,
yeah,
right?
I know you.
We know me. We know Riverboat Rob. So I don't mind it. You know, you're what, at the 37-yard line, 38-yard line? Punt. I mean, we've seen LaSalle's ability to pin Roman Catholic deep, but,
yeah,
you know, why not? It's a 10-point game. Your offense hasn't done much this second half so far. Only a couple of possessions, so why not give it a chance and go for it?
Yeah, why not?
At the very least, you haven't been able to get that hard count to work.
Yeah,
maybe that happens here.
I think they go for it. Maybe you get if they don't get it, maybe they go for the punt. I don't know.
And it is a stacked box.
Oh.
10 men down around the line of scrimmage. And going back the other way with the pass.
Good night.
Is Machida, and this one is going to go to the house.
Wow, what a play.
There it is, finding Matthew Bose, his tight end. Kind of lulled the defense to sleep there. Bose
wide
snuck
open
out
there.
Machida knew where he was going the whole time, just had to sell that one. And again, look at that tight camera work following Bose all the way down the sideline.
It's like I'm actually here.
Oh.
87.
Matthew Bose.
Had some questions about who that was to. You know, we got a
87.
87.
8-7.
8-7. An 8 followed by a 7. Matthew Bose.
That puts the Explorers up 22-6 with Gandolfo's extra point pending. And again, it is up. It is out of the back of the building.
See ya. Go get that ball.
It's out of here.
Fetch.
So make that 23-6. Explorers lead this one with 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Look at that. We're all up to date. Scoreboard's up. Says fourth quarter. 23-6. I think we're good.
I thought the ref was going to stay on the field. I was going to. He's at the 40. The 45.
Yeah, we should have called it like that. That would have been cool.
50.
Missed opportunity.
Down to the 45. And the 40. That's where he's going to spot the ball for the kick. He's going
really?
No further.
I never expected that.
Shoot.
At the 40, really? Is that where they're putting the ball nowadays?
High school, yes. All season long, Tyler. That's where they've been doing it from.
Wow.
Not the 30, not the 50, not the 45 even, but the 40.
That looks like the 39 3/4, actually.
Gandolfo boots it deep.
What a boot.
And CJ Mole taking this one up from the 1. Able to make a man miss, but that looks like, is that Dylan Traynor?
Yeah, Dylan Traynor.
Jalen DeVos kind of collectively going in on that.
At number 8
Stopped
there.
it right there.
It's like
mark it at the 14-yard line, so maybe ill-advised to not let that one just bounce into the end zone.
Yeah, he actually stepped in the end zone. I'm not sure. I always thought that was considered a touchback.
It's that weird, like, brown spot, though, that's down there. Like, it's a worn part of the field where
it looks like there's a big hole where he just stepped.
He's lucky he didn't spin out. Need some divot repair down there.
Yeah, I got to check on my high school rules, but I thought if you touch the end zone at all, it's a touchback.
It should have been. Robinson takes the snap and gives it to his running back. Up the right side, not much there. Shamar Ellis able to pick up, give him 4 yards. Make it 2nd and 6 for the Cahillites.
Not a bad start for Roman Catholic there. Take 2nd and 6 anytime.
And if you're the Cahillites, it's a drive where you need to answer if you want to stay in this one. We're at 10-18 and counting. The Explorers lead 23-6. Malik Harris in motion, and Ryan Savage.
Look at this, Rob. Look, watch this closing speed.
Untouched.
Ryan Savage just kind of pops up, barely engages. He engages his guy, doesn't do much, and then he sees an opportunity, and he just watch this closing speed here.
Malachi Harris came across the formation,
and then he gets through and just fires at him.
Boom.
You can't
rips his block, and
you can't give Ryan Savage a free
number
run there.
52, a surefire leader of this defense.
Yeah, I think
senior captain alongside
it's just fun
Dylan
to watch.
Trainer. He's been doing it all season long and gets to Robinson there. He comes again on the other side. Robinson steps up, and if it's not the one side, it's the other. Again goes down on the sack. That time Sam Graham breaking through for the tackle.
You get a sack. You get a sack, and everybody gets a sack.
I mean, the Explorers, they're showing it all season long, especially tonight. You know, they can bring it from any part of the line of scrimmage, whether it's these ends, right up the middle. I mean, they're tough to block.
Yeah, we talk about the strength of their front seven, but it's honestly the strength of their lines. Like both sides of the ball.
They're athletic, they're quick, they're strong. And again, it's Flaherty deep to punt. So the answer did not come from the Cahillites. It is a line drive punt, and they're waving it off, getting away. T.J. Meacham
pushing his
grabbing
guy
a
out of the
hold
way.
of his man, saying,
it's okay,
"Stop,
man. Get out of here.
Stop in your tracks."
Another line drive. Those line drive punts are like interesting.
You never know where they're going to go.
Almost came right down on the Explorer here. You see Meacham push 21 out of the way. It's okay, man. We got great field position. Just go to the sideline. Play's over.
So the Explorers will come back onto the field, up 23-6. 8:43 to go in the game, and taken over from just outside of the Cahillites' 45-yard line. It is Jack Machida turning around and giving the ball to Abdul Carter, who's juking and jiving up through the middle of the line. Pickup of, we'll say, 2.
Looked like the one the guard pulled, number 71. For a big guy, he got across the line, made a nice block, allowed them to get what little yards they got there. I like giving the linemen the spotlight sometimes, you know? You feel for them. You only typically notice their linemen when they mess up, so.
Give them the cred they deserve.
Yeah.
When they deserve it. Carter again getting the pitch from Machida and gets leveled. But able to pick up about 5 yards there. We'll call it 3rd and 3 for the Explorers.
That's a good run. Carter it's not his typical role tonight, is it?
No.
Yeah, so.
No, he's kind of doing a little bit of everything tonight.
Like, Coach,
nice
give me the ball. I want to show you what I got. I know you had me on the defensive side of the ball, but I want some fame this game.
Hadn't had a carry prior to tonight. He gets it again there, met at the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough carry.
That was. Number 11, Noah Kenzie, in on the stop there for the Cahillites.
Yeah, you see. Oh, that was number 74, it looked like.
74.
That's a big boy. I don't know if you have his size there, but that was a.
It's Mekhi Lewis, 6'2", 300 pounds, the junior.
DeAndre Carter, Mekhi Lewis.
It's a big boy.
Concept of momentum is an interesting thing.
4th and 3, and the Explorers are going to go for it. Machida Takes the snap, fakes the give to Carter. Looking, firing, and intercepted.
Hey, that's honestly, that's the better play. It gave them a little worse field position.
Yeah, Amir Gibson coming up with that one. Machida just under so much pressure, getting rid of the ball, ill-advised, but, you know,
honestly,
at the end of it, might as well have been a short punt.
Yeah.
So
that's
throwing it downfield. And
how's let me see this list here. Number 9 did a great job there. Marcus Bryant. He tracked Machida and did a great job of making sure he didn't get outside the pocket. Great job containing him and kind of blew up that play. So kudos to him.
So it is a turnover on the turnover. Turnovers are turnovers. That means they turn the ball over.
Turnovers, yes.
They turn the ball over, and it is the Cahillites' ball at their own 28-yard line. 6:30 to go. Still trailing by 17. A 3-possession game. Malachi Harris in motion across the line. Robinson takes the snap. Fires incomplete. Just past the line to gain. Kareem Lewis, the sophomore 6-foot wide receiver, hauling that one in. It's a first down for Roman Catholic.
Yeah, it's a great play. You had 3 explorers in the area and just great job making the play there for the first down.
Taquan Robinson in this Roman Catholic offense got right back up to the line. Robinson takes the snap. Here comes Savage. And that pressure forced a bad throw intended for number 14, Saran Cummings.
And if you look here, you can see Savage just doing a great job getting off the ball, beating his man outside, and just
he had 2 guys blocking him.
Yeah, and just forcing that play. He's my favorite player on the defense. I know Dylan Strainer is something else himself, but I just like a little biased, but Savage. I like watching Ryan Savage.
Savage is something to watch.
Just a beast.
Again. Taquan Robinson dropping back. Just I don't know that you needed to do that. I mean, intended for Malachi Harris. There was contact. Ball way overthrown.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Here's the tail end of that.
It's over everyone's head. He's not getting it. Unnecessary. I mean, it's contact between the 2 explorers that they trip into each other. I don't know. Yada, yada, and it's a no call.
That'd be something else if they called it on the Explorer colliding into each other. You played that so bad, here's a penalty.
So 3rd and 10. Are they going to call offsides? I saw Savage lean.
Let's see.
And apparently that was enough to draw the flag.
He actually jumped a little. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it was Savage.
Yep. Yes.
I didn't see any.
No. So that's enough. Draws the flag, and a 3rd and 10 becomes a 3rd and 5.
Usually thought Roman would have to jump because he'd have time to get back.
Taquan Robinson in the gun. Drops back, fires over the middle.
Oh!
And it is tipped and picked off. The Explorers finally able to haul one in. So many chances tonight. That time it is number 28, Ryan Moore, coming up with the pick. Moore had a chance earlier in the game. Had the ball go right through his hands. This time able to haul it in on the tip. Nice job turning it upfield, getting some blocking up front.
It's just a great play overall.
Yeah, setting the Explorers up with excellent field position.
It's hard to ask for much more.
We'll start from their own 36. Oh, I'm sorry, the Roman Catholic 36. 5:45 left here in the game. And Jack Machida still in there at quarterback. Getting some extra work in tonight.
Earning his keep. Just like we are.
Hands the ball off to number 2. That's Brad Vespi. Guy who's seen a lot of carries tonight. I'll be interested to see his stat line at the end of this one. Certainly the workhorse for the offense tonight is Vespi. Picks up 6.5 maybe on that run.
Yeah, it was a good run. It looks like he's hurt after that one a little bit. Not hurt, but a little banged up. So he's getting switched off the field. Number 5 came in there. Or is that number 6?
6.
Sorry.
Jalen DeVos.
Jalen DeVos. They have such a dynamic backfield.
They really do.
Not even using two of their biggest weapons
yeah,
tonight.
6, 7 different guys they can run back there, and they all give you different looks.
Melman, Vespi, apparently DeAndre Carter.
Carter, a guy we saw last year, get some looks on the offensive side. Machida this time gives it to that Vespi replacement in DeVos. Takes the ball right up the middle for a first down.
See the replay. Just a great outside run by DeVos here. Got a good block, hit the hole hard. Great block by number 71 on the Explorers again.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah,
it's your offense. Decisiveness from the running back.
Yeah, just a great team effort overall on that run.
Knowing where the hole's going to be, having the patience to wait for it to open and hitting the hole when it does. Machida in the gun, collects the ball, gives it to DeVos again. Again right up the middle, and a pile of football players met right at the 20-yard line. And it looks like we have a Roman Catholic player down after that one. If I'm not mistaken, that's the big boy. Makai Lewis. I didn't catch the number, but just given the sheer size of the individual, hope that he's all right. And we will go to a quick break while we wait to see what's up.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue. Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dumpy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dumpyford.com.
Come experience the Dumpy difference. You'll be glad you did.
I chose CCM because I have found that this company, on the level of scaling that we have here, the volume that we are doing, to truly have every department head and employee fully engaged in the mission of the company to make it an originator-focused, production-first company. I have not found that anywhere I've worked, and I've worked one of the largest banks in the world, down to the smallest tiny community bank and correspondent lender. No one has been able to consistently deliver that message.
And we're back here, Field A, Conshohocken Field A, the A field.
Apparently there's a B field, but we're at the A field.
We are at the A field, and that was Makai Harris. Nice to see him get up and able to walk off under his own power. No help.
Yeah, you hate to see that on any sport.
Clock is back running, and we are under 4:05 left to go in the game. Jack Machida takes the pass, looks to his left, and connects with Rob Tatum.
You could tell they practiced that one. They were on the same wavelength there.
A nice timing play, nice little slant to the inside, double slants it looked like.
Perfect.
Streak and a slant.
Made him reach out for it a little bit, which is perfect. You always want to kind of lead your man there, and that was a great throw from Machida. And
looked like the younger Machida in the slot, kind of taking his guy up the field as Tatum runs the slant and kind of that natural rub action. Not a pick, not a pick.
Natural rub action.
Nope, not doing it. Machida in the gun. It is a design keeper right up the middle on, I believe, first and goal. You're right at the 10. Although they still have the stick up, so maybe it's at the 11 and they can pick up a first down, but...
Yep.
Otherwise, if it is a goal situation, the first down marker would be on the ground, correct?
Yeah, I'm seeing about...
Maybe a yard?
A yard, maybe a yard and a half away from the end zone there. So they got some...
So the Explorers can pick up a first down. Again, in the I formation. Justin Machida, the near side receiver. The give is in the backfield. Jalen DeVos able to split out through a hole that I didn't see from this angle, but the far side ref will tell you that he got into the end zone.
And just, I mean, it was clearly a run. Explorers challenging Roman Catholic. 2 men in the backfield saying, stop me. And Explorers just punching it in there. Great run from DeVos.
Unreal. Strong run, and Explorers piling it on here into the fourth quarter. 2:29 to go. Now lead 29-6. Pending this Gandolfo extra point. It is up. It is good, and it is out once again. That is another kick.
How many
into
footballs
the
they losing
street.
tonight?
I believe that's 3.
Has there been
at the very least?
Has there been any touchdowns in the other end zone?
I don't think so.
Because that way it looks like it could hit some cars. So
I know behind that side there is like a little like access road. It's not a full parking lot.
That's true.
It doesn't go all the way through the other side.
Okay.
So there could be some cars there.
Yeah, I'm really glad. There were some spots over there, I think. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
there
I
were.
didn't park behind it.
You're in Gandolfo's in his range if you're parked behind there. So may want to go check your car. I don't hear any alarms going off, so to this point I think we're good. But it is a 30-6 game here. 2.5 minutes to go in the game, in the contest, in this regular season finale.
They placed the ball on the 40, as always, as they always have.
Gandolfo spots it, kicks it, and it is up. It is C.J. Mole taking the ball at the 4-yard line, looking for a hole, running it north-south, not east-west, not north-south, and finds some space. And it is Eric Ford who's able to chase him down.
That's a good play by Ford, or else he's taking that to the house, I think. See if what we see here.
And equally nice plays by C.J. Mole, zigzagging through this Explorers return, this Explorers special team unit, and setting the Cahillites up with excellent field position out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen all night the Explorers get great starting field position. I think this is the first time, besides obviously on the muff punts, that the Cahillites are getting great field position.
Now we will see Christian Wojner at quarterback for the Cahillites. His first pass is incomplete, intended for number 25, Kareem Lewis.
Only rushing 3 on that play. And Ryan Savage still bringing the pressure, as always. Dipping his shoulder here, forcing the throw. Just right through the receiver's hands.
That, by the way, just the 8th pass attempt for Wojner on the season.
Wow. On the season?
On the season.
Oh, they meant for the
He's
night.
Combined 2 for 8. And Explorers clapping and already walking that one off as a false start on the Cahillites. 2:10 to go, 2:11 to go.
Looks like either that. Looks like that right tackle jump, number 55.
One more time before this one. Well, we'll wait.
We'll wait.
We'll wait.
We got time. 2 and 11.
We got 2:11 to go.
2:11.
Wojner taking the snap. Under pressure. Heaves it. Ugh. And I think, check the number, that was Abdul Carter, recognized that that one was going to come up short. Tried to plant his feet and come back to it. Just slipped under him, but.
It's a story of the night on this field. But Ryan Savage bringing the heat.
Carter on his back.
Yeah, I was wondering how he ended up like that. He just slipped.
Tried to stop and come back for that one, but
he was still laying there. When the ball
couldn't keep his feet. He just watched it land. Wojner again, facing a 3rd and 15. Collects the pass, collects the snap rather, finds Malachi Harris. That is a nice defensive play by
like
number 3, Eric Ford, for the Explorers.
Great play there by
Nice
Ford.
open field tackle. Malachi Harris, a speedy guy, probably one of the better offensive weapons that the Roman Catholic team has, and able to wrap him up and not let him go anywhere. So a 4th and 13 for the Cahillites. Clock continues to run. We tick under a minute and a half left to go, and last chance to remind you, we get a timeout on the field, that this game is, and every Bob Long sports game, brought to you by our friends and partners at Casey's Alley. As we tick under a minute and a half to go, and you're thinking about where you want to go after this one, how to celebrate the regular season finale and win for the Explorers. I think we can call it that.
I don't know.
24-point game with 85 seconds to go. Go celebrate it with us, with our friends at Casey's Alley in Ambler, Pennsylvania.
Some wings.
Right up off of Main
brews,
Street in Ambler.
Some good times. Whatever you want. Whatever you make of it. Casey's Alley is what you make of it.
The fight of the tiger.
Oh gosh.
I'll sing. We're getting nuts here in this regular season finale. I'm singing.
Yeah. Falsetto.
Say, Punt Savage coming in.
Any other where are you at, Rob? We've only gotten 2.
Yeah, I've only heard 2.
I don't have access to our Twitter page. Oh.
I tried to see what was up on YouTube. I didn't see much.
Nah, nothing. We had some Bob Long comments in here, thanking his patrons for watching. He works even on vacation.
Love you, Bob.
I think we're proving our worth here, showing that there's no fires. We
No
did all
more.
right.
No more on Twitter. I will say that. No more where you at's on Twitter.
Okay.
And the Explorers seem content to just get in that victory formation. As Jack Machida takes the ball, takes a knee, and lets the clock wind down.
And the the 2 lions probably out there saying, "See you next week." We'll get our vengeance, or we'll show you why we beat you. Either
exchanging some pleasantries, I'm sure. And that's, we talked about that at the top, and it's something we kind of been alluding to all night. But an interesting point of this one, Tyler. This is a game that this is really only the first half.
Yeah, the first half.
The first half. 8 quarters in a row these two teams will play. 4 of them now 37 seconds away from being in the books. As Machida takes a knee, and with 30 to go, that should do it. Yep. We'll let the clock wind down, and these teams line up to shake hands and say, "See you next week."
See you next week.
So it'll be a 30-6 final. Once these next 10 seconds or so wind off the clock, and the Explorers will go on to finish this season with just 2 losses to go with their 7 wins. So 7-2 for the Explorers.
It's hard to ask for much better.
They secure themselves the number 2 seed in District 12, which means that they will be the home team next week. So we'll get to see them on our side of the field, and see how they can't come out after a nice 30-6 win here on the regular season finale.
Yeah, it's nice to secure home field advantage, whatever that may be for the Explorers. I'm not really sure. Do they have a home? But
funny thing is that wherever they're playing, that's where they were going to play anyway. So, like we said, it was just a matter of, I guess, what side of the stand you want your family to sit on.
Yeah, we fooled everyone into watching us. They thought there was.
Do you want them to hear the Bob Long broadcast, your family, or do you not want them to? And the Explorers decided that they wanted to fight for that. They did fight for that. They secured the.
It warms my heart.
They secured the Bob Long broadcast side of the field. So. That's it for the regular season here.
Yeah, it's all, folks.
For the LaSalle Explorers. And, Tyler, a lot to really wrap up on. But, impressions. We'll start with impressions of tonight.
Tonight, the Explorers came out. They had the second team, not the second team, but a lot of the second stringers show up. You had, DeAndre Carter did a great job on running back. Was it
Abdul Carter,
Jalen
DeVos, Brad Vespi.
Yeah, they did a great job overall. I think some guys stepped up. I liked what I saw from Vespi. He was fun to watch. He's a little fire plug.
An interesting kind of just juxtaposition on the field here. You got obviously the LaSalle, you got the camera on the LaSalle side getting the alma mater play to them, but similar scene on the near side of the field here too, as Roman Catholic lines up in front of their fans and gets a little hometown chant going, homeschool chant going.
Yeah,
so
those kind of things are nice.
Yeah.
I've always liked the alma mater, and it's cool to have your own thing.
But back to the football talk.
Back
you
to
know,
football.
this was a very, like you said, a nice bounce back win for the Explorers.
Yeah.
You know, they had the tough week last week against Archbishop Wood, the tough overtime loss. Nice to see them respond and really win a game that maybe they were supposed to, but it's still, as we've seen, they were supposed to win last week, right?
Yeah.
And they did not. So nice to see them come out,
also
respond.
I was going to say, also you give the Hillites some bulletin board material, though.
For sure.
They got shown up at their home spot, and they want to come out next week for keeps, as we call it.
Yep. So this was a regular season mark for the Explorers. Next week it is do or die.
Yeah, the right to play St. Joe's Prep, basically.
Yep. So that is where we leave it, and that's where we'll leave it till next week. It is a 30-6 win for the LaSalle Explorers. They'll be back to face these Roman Catholic Kaolites next week in the first round, the quarterfinals of the District 12 playoffs, and for like you said, Tyler, for the right to play St. Joe's Prep in that semifinal.
Could you imagine if it wasn't?
/ PCL championship game. One can only hope. No, but great game, great atmosphere, and great win for the LaSalle Explorers. So,
I was going to say, I'll say one thing.
Yep.
It was a pleasure watching this Explorers team in this regular season this year. They're a lot of fun to watch. They obviously have something special. They've suffered a couple of tough losses, but I really like what I see. I think Jack Machita's a great leader, and I am really, really excited for this postseason with this team.
It's been a lot of fun, and appreciate Bobby's not here, but we'll say nice things about him anyway. Appreciate him having us on, having us for the color, having us for, a night like tonight where we got to pretend to be Bob for a little bit.
Day in the life of Bob. It's pretty great. I don't want to go back.
It's hectic. No, but we did it.
That was very stressful.
Appreciative of him giving us this chance and being able to bring these games to you guys is something we thoroughly enjoy as alumni, and something we look forward to hopefully continuing to do for years to come. So 30-6, the final here from Conshohocken in Field A, the A field here at LaSalle over Roman Catholic. A preview of next week of sorts. So for Tyler Kern, for Alex Krastowski, and Rob Stott, we are signing off on Bob Long Sports, and we will catch you next week. I am Rob Stott saying so long for Bob Long.